What is cruise altitude? Welcome back to SkyShift Studio. In today's video, we're diving into one of the most important phases of flight, cruise altitude. This is the stage where an aircraft is calm, stable, and covering huge distances efficiently. But what exactly is cruise altitude? Why do airplanes fly so high? And how does it help with fuel, speed, and passenger comfort? Let's break it all down. 1. What is cruise altitude? Cruise altitude is the steady level an aircraft reaches after climbing from the ground and before descending toward the destination. It's basically the highway in the sky. Most commercial aircraft cruise between 30,000 and 42,000 feet, which is roughly 9 to 12 kilometers above sea level. At this height, the airplane is in a perfect balance. Thin air, smooth airflow, maximum fuel efficiency. This is why the majority of any long flight is spent here. 2. Why do planes fly so high? There are several reasons. Let's go through the most important ones. Thinner air equals less drag. The higher you go, the thinner the air becomes. Thinner air creates less aerodynamic drag, meaning the airplane needs less thrust to maintain speed. This reduces fuel burn dramatically. Better fuel efficiency. Jet engines perform more efficiently at high altitudes because they're designed to work in cold, low-pressure air. Weather avoidance. Most clouds, storms, and turbulence happen at lower altitudes. Cruise altitude sits above the weather, ensuring a smoother ride. Less air traffic. Just like roads, the sky has traffic. Higher altitudes help separate aircraft and keep flight paths organized. 3. How is cruise altitude chosen? Pilots don't pick cruise altitudes randomly. They follow strict standards called flight levels, for example FL 330, 33,000 feet, or FL 380, 38,000 feet. Several factors decide the exact altitude. Aircraft weight. A heavier aircraft, like right after takeoff, can't go extremely high. As fuel burns off and the aircraft becomes lighter, the pilot may climb to a higher cruise level. This is called a step climb. Wind conditions. Tailwinds can increase speed. Headwinds slow you down. Pilots choose altitudes that give the best possible wind advantage. Air traffic control. ATC manages which levels are available for each flight. Engine performance limits. Every aircraft has a maximum operating altitude determined by engineering and safety rules. 4. What happens during cruise? Cruise might look calm, but the cockpit is very active. During this phase, pilots monitor fuel, stay in contact with ATC, watch weather radar, adjust speed, change altitude when needed, follow their programmed route through the flight management system. Meanwhile, the autopilot handles most of the flying. This allows pilots to focus on strategic decisions rather than manual control. Passengers feel the safest, engines are steady, and the aircraft is working at its highest efficiency. 5. Why cruise altitude matters? Cruise altitude significantly affects the entire flight experience. Fuel savings. Airlines save thousands of dollars per flight simply by cruising at optimal levels. Smoothness. Flying above storms and turbulence improves comfort. Speed. At cruise altitude, aircraft maintain high speeds, around 450 to 550 knots, thanks to reduced drag. Safety. Higher altitude gives pilots more time and room to respond to emergencies. This combination of efficiency, speed, and safety is why cruise altitude is one of the most important aspects of modern aviation. And that is everything you need to know about cruise altitude. If you found this explanation helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and continue exploring the skies with SkyShift Studio. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next flight.